Sirina, I'd love to welcome you, first of all, in Amman, and second of all, with us on Leki and Amman TV. Is this your first time in Jordan?
Yeah, first time in Jordan. I was pretty excited to be here, as you know, all the world says that it's such a beautiful country, so I was pretty...
I'm
super happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. This is the second day of Jordan Fashion Week. I'd love to ask what you think so far of the designs you've seen and of Jordan Fashion Week in general, being it's the first time that it's held in Jordan.
Yeah, it's a good question because I'm super, it's quite a big edition, I would say. Even if it's the first time, I saw a pretty good, well-organized fashion week here. And also a lot of the designers have such good talented designers, because they are not doing just couture dresses, not just elegant or evening dresses, but they have a point of view. Some of them has a point of view that actually is quite different, that makes this fashion week more contemporary, I would say. So
definitely,
I think that has a big potential for the next edition that I'm pretty sure that will happen.
Definitely. Sirina, I'd love to ask you, how do you see the talents here? You've seen the designs yesterday and today. What do you think of the designs in general and of fashion that you've seen in the Middle East so far?
Well, fashion in the Middle East is growing very fast. I think that the central of the attention of the worldwide, I think that is pretty much focused on Middle East. So the designer that I saw yesterday and that I'm seeing today, they are talented because all of them has the craftsmanship. They has the manufacturing that actually is from Jordan. So they are pretty much focused on their roots, on their regions. So I think that even if some of them has not studied fashion at the beginning, they are trying now to become more and more focused on their dresses, on their collections, and they are trying to be, to show to the world how they feel about fashion, because we do not have just New York or Milan or Paris, but fashion is really worldwide. We as women, we love to be beautiful, to wear beautiful dresses. So you cannot be focused on the big four. Fashion needs to be global, and it is global. So I think that they are doing, they are starting to do a good job here.
Definitely. Sirina, you're an editor in Vogue Italia.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask, you're covering the event, so I just want to ask, how involved is Vogue Italia in covering the events or fashion in the Middle East?
Yeah, Vogue Italia has always had, how can I say, from their heart has a global view of fashion, as I said, and with the Middle East has a particular approach, as we in the past had some events here in the Middle East, not in Jordan, but in the Middle East, and we always trying to give to designers the opportunity to show their work on our magazines, but also on our website, because in 2019 it's more it's pretty much faster to do a coverage on Instagram, on the website. So from our side, we're trying to give them visibility, to publish them their collections and to speak about it, but also to speak about this kind of events. I in particular work for the Vogue Talents platform. So there is a platform that gives to emerging designers, new generation, the possibility to grow and the possibility to getting know from all over the world, you know. We will cover this event. I will publish an article or wrote an article about all the events, and also to the most talented designers that actually showed yesterday and today, but also the designers that presented their collection in the show.
That's amazing. I'd like to ask about your expectations. How has the Fashion Week been so far? Is it up to your expectations? Were you expecting something different?
No, actually, it's really up of my expectation.
That's great.
Because it's the first edition. I travel a lot from all over the world. I saw a lot of countries that actually are trying to be more focused on fashion. And actually, I didn't expect that this first edition was pretty well organized, that actually there were a lot of designers involved in it.
Yeah.
So
it's a great first time.
Yeah, it's a great first time, I will say.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to ask about street fashion. We all know that it's a huge part of fashion shows. People and street photographers especially, they're always looking to see what people are wearing. How do you think we did here in Jordan Fashion Week? What do you think of the street fashion and how do you think it compares?
Well, I think that, it's a difficult question, I will say, because in a country like Jordan, there is a lot of influence from international fashion.
Yes, definitely.
So I think that street style here and also people from Jordan are trying to mix some of designers from Middle East, so they're trying to support them, but also to wear some, international designers, so Prada shoes or Valentino's bags. So I think that it's quite interesting because you can have a different approach.
Yes, definitely.
Of street style. Yeah. Actually, I think that we do not have in Europe. I think because as in Europe we're trying to use a lot of European designers.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Of pretty well-known designers, but here, but not just in Jordan. I think that in all the Middle East, people here has a big. A different approach and a better approach because they sustain their own brand, so they are more involved in it. Yeah.
I'd love to ask you about the evolution of fashion in the Middle East. How do you feel it has evolved, and do you think we'll start seeing Arab designers in international fashion weeks?
They are. It's growing. Fashion here is growing. Also because thanks to these kind of platforms, these kind of events, because they have the visibility really from all over the world.
Yes.
So we have a lot of press, a lot of influencer, a lot of personality here that maybe helps this event, but also some other event to getting known from all over the world. So designers has the opportunity to grow here in their country, and after that he moves forward and go to Paris or to New York to show their collection. And they had a different answers from the market, from here, but also from the European market, or the American market.
Definitely.
So I think that it's a good school to growing here in the Middle East, and after that to present their collection outside, because you have the opportunity to have experience here and to grow.
Yeah. Do you see the change? Do you feel like it has evolved from like a few years ago to now?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think that even sometimes social medias or the website, World Wide Web, has a negative approach, but the other part has a positive approach because they give the opportunity to designers, to people, to know the world even from their own houses.
Yeah.
So maybe a designer says, okay, I want to do something, like really, I want to do a white collection, all white collections. But the other part says, okay, but no one of the other designers from all over the world do just a white collection.
Yeah.
So maybe I can, have some inspiration from this one, inspiration from that one. So I think that maybe not in the last 10 years, but in the last 5 or 7 years, it's growing very fast due also to the positive importance of the social medias.
Definitely. Sirina, I loved having you with us today. Thank you so much, and thanks to Vogue Italia. Thank you for being here with us in Jordan Fashion Week, and welcome to Jordan.
Thank you so much for having me, and it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.